In today's session, we will talk about string. So string is one of the fundamental data type and it is immutable, means it is unchangeable and it supports the concept of object reusability. To understand this point, first we have to make one reference with name str and we have to assign some data like MHIT. Okay, then we have to make one more reference with name str1 and we have to assign the same data again, that is Mohit. Okay, now we want to check. So for that we have to write like this, like print str is str1. Okay, and if we run the program, see the output, we will get true because only one object is created in this case, because strings support the concept of object reusability. Again, if you want to verify, so you can also verify with the help of id function also. So you write like this, like id of str and print id of str1 and see the output. We will get a same address. Okay, it means that only one object is created in this case. Okay, now, so now next, it is mutable or immutable. To verify the point, if you want to, like, now I want to change am to r. Okay, so for that you have to write like this, like str0 means that on 0th index I want to change the value from am to r. So we write like this. Okay, and if you run the program, positivity, we will get error or not? Yes, definitely we will get error. Okay, so we run the program, so we will get error, that is str object does not support item assignment because it is unchangeable. If you want to change the value, if you try to change the value, you will get error. Okay, so you will get error, like that is a type error, that is str object does not support item assignment. Okay, hence proof it is immutable, it is unchangeable. Now we will move to next point. Okay, and the next point is slicing. Okay, so what is actually slicing? Okay, so first, before proceed to slicing, we understand what is actually indexing. Okay, so you can already familiar with indexing. Okay, now if you want to print, okay, what is on index 3? Okay, so see the output. So on index 3 we have I. Okay, now what happen if we print str and 100? Okay, so first pause the video and think what is the output in this case. Definitely we will get error in this case, and the error is index error, string index out of range. So we'll get error in this case, that is the index error, that is index error. Okay, so comment this line. So if you go beyond the index, so you definitely will get index error, that is a string index out of range. Now we move to slicing. Okay, because there is some drawback of indexing, because with the help of indexing we can only fetch one character from the string. But what happen if we want a substring from the string? So is there any solution for that? Yes, we have slicing concept. Okay, so for slicing we have to pass 3 parameters. Okay, so first we concentrate on the syntax of slicing. So first we have to use a string name, and we use a square bracket, and inside this square bracket first we pass start parameter, second we passed stop parameter, and last is step. Okay, so first is start, then colon, stop, then colon, and last one is step. Okay, and step is by default 1 and step is by default 1. Next important point is stop is excluded. Okay, so we understand this concept in a practical manner. So for that, first we have to take one example. Okay, so first we want to print str, and we start from 2, and okay, so we have to take some more data in it. So here I take ASCII. Okay, IT trainer. Okay, and we have to take some space also. Okay, don't worry about it. So okay, now okay, now so what happened in this case? So it starts from 2 until and it will print the string. Okay, so am is on 0th index, O is on first index, and H is on second index. Okay, so it starts from H until end. It will print the whole string. Okay, so it starts from H. See the output. Okay, so that is actually the beauty of slicing concept. Okay, now what happened if we want to print str, and in bracket if you write it start from 2 to till 5. Okay, so 5 is actually excluded. So start from 2, it will print 2, 3, and 4. So it starts from H. Okay, so H is on second index, and it will print I and T. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4 because 5 is not included. Okay, and see the output HIT. Okay, so the important point about slicing is, okay, so it's that stop parameter is actually excluded. Okay, so if it is 5, okay, so it only read till 4. Okay, and in this case it start from 2 and till 4th it will print the string, but 5 is not included. Okay, so to understand this point we will take one more example. So it start from 1 and till 9. Now guess what is the output in this case. So first pause the video and think. Okay, so it start from 1 and till 8 it will print the string. Okay, so it start from O. Okay, so O is on first index, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So till X it will print the value. Okay, so again we run the program and see the output. Okay, so it starts from 1. So on one index we have O, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and that space is actually included. Okay, and that is the reason it will print till X. Okay, so I think you will get better understand about this concept. Now we have some more point, like what happened if we write like this, like str, and in bracket, in a square bracket we write, in a square bracket we write 2 colon 100. Now pause the video and think, we will get error or not? No, we will not get any error. It start from 2 until end it will print the string. Okay, so you will not get any error. It perfectly work. Now what happen if we write like this, like print str, and we use negative indexing. Okay, so in this case if we use -3 colon, now think what is the output in this case. So actually it start from -3. So we know that from backside. So R, if we read the string from backside, so R is present on -1, E is present on -2, and N is present on -3. So it start reading from N and it will print NER. Okay, see the output. So output is NER. Okay, now what happen if we write this, like print str, and in bracket if I pass -3 colon -1. Okay, now it start from actually N until M it will print the string in a reverse order. Okay, see the output. Yes, that is actually the beauty of string. You can do anything with the string. Okay, now the important points are what happen if we write like this, like print, and if we write str, and in bracket we write like colon -1. So it will print the string in the reverse order. See the output. It's perfectly work. Okay, so if you want to print a string in the reverse order, then you can easily print. Okay, so last one is actually step parameter. If you write -1, it's mean that print in a reverse order, not from left to right, from right to left. Okay, if you want to read string from right to left, so for that you have to mention -1. Okay, now next point, what happens if we write like this, like print str, and in bracket we have to pass colon 2. Okay, so actually it start from 0. Okay, so it start from M, then it will take 2 steps. By default step parameter is 1. Okay, now it's take it take 2 steps. So it start from M, then H, then T, okay, then S, then X, then N. Okay, so right, like that. Okay, it will print the entire string by taking a step of 2. So here the output is start from M, then it take two steps. So H, then T, then X, like that. Okay, it's perfectly work. So I think you will get a better understand what is actually a slicing concept and how to use it. Okay, and now we will take more example. Like what happen if we write like this, like colon colon colon. Okay, so colon colon. Sorry. So guys, what is the output? It will print the entire string. It will print the entire string. Okay, and if you write like this, what happen if we write like this? Like print str, and in bracket, if you print -3 colon -9. So first pause the video and think. First pause the video and think. Okay, so in this case, we will get a blank string. So we will get a blank string. Okay, but if you want to print it in reverse order, so for that it is compulsory to use a -1, means that step parameter must be -1. Now we will get a proper output in this case. But if you not use -1, then it will give you the blank string. So that is a very important point. Okay, so it is compulsory to write -1 in this case. If you want output, means that it start from actually -3. So at -3 we have like -1, -2, -3. So it start from n. Sorry, it starts from n, then -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9. So till space. Okay, it will print till space. Okay, so it's perfectly work. Okay, so these are the example for slicing. Now we move forward. Okay, so we have a huge function library for string. Okay, so if you want to take a screenshot, so please take it. Otherwise, we will move to next topic, that is functions, the important function present in string. Okay. Okay. So we have to take one more example. Like what happened if we write like this, like str is equal to, and just we have to write Mohit. Okay. Now, if we want to convert it into uppercase, okay, so you have to write like this, like str dot. Okay, so the name of the function is upper. So with the help of upper, you can convert that string in uppercase. Okay, and similarly we have lower function. Okay, so like we take one more example, like str1 is equal to, and here we take ASCII and Saxena, and we want to convert this surname in a lowercase. So for that we have lower function str dot lower. Okay, so it will give you the lowercase form of Saxena. Okay, so it will convert uppercase to lowercase. Okay, if you want to count the number, like if you want the length of the string, so for that we have length. Okay, so we have, for that we have length keyword. So with the help of length, sorry, length is a predefined function, so inside length we have to pass the str. Now it will calculate the length of str. So here the length is 5. It perfectly works. Okay, so we have huge function library. Like let us suppose, like if you have like one more string, we take one more string, and inside this we have to write like this, like mohit mohit at the rate and Saxena 1 2 3. Okay, now for I in str3. Okay, so if you want to check uh, that character is alphabet or not, so for that we have one function, uh, that is alpha. Okay, so that function is I dot, the name of the function is alpha. Okay, so with the help of is alpha, you can easily check we have alphabets or not. See the output. See the output. Okay, so it will return you true true true, then false. Okay, like it will return false 3 times at last, and at middle it will return false. Okay, because for special character it will return false, and for numeric value also it return false. Okay, and if you want to allow, like if you want to allow alphabets and numbers, so for that we have function. Okay, so again we use the for loop for. Okay, we will try with the same loop. Okay, and the name of the function is alphanumeric. I think alphanumeric. Okay, alpha. Okay, this is the function is alphanumeric, ALNUM. Okay, so it will check, and for alphabet and number it will return true, and for special character only return false. So I think you will get a better understand what's the difference between is alpha and is numeric. Is alphanumeric, ALNUM. Okay, is ALNUM, that is alphanumeric. It will return true if we have a combination of characters and number. Okay, for only special character it will return false, otherwise it will return true. Okay, and if you write is alpha, so is alpha is only written true when we have characters. Okay, for numbers and for special characters it will return false. Okay, so I think you will get better understand. I again explain the same point. If you write like is alpha, is dot is alpha, so is alpha is only checking the alphabets. Okay, my bad, actually I forgot that round bracket. Now again we run the program and see the output. Okay, for numbers it will return false, and for special character it will return false. Okay, and is in place of is alpha, and in place of is alpha, if you use is numeric, okay, so it will return true in case of characters and number. Okay, only for special character it will return false. Okay, so I think you will get a better understanding what is the difference between is alpha and is alphanumeric. We have one more function, that is digit. So it will return true only we have numbers. For characters and special characters it will return false. Okay, so we have multiple function library. Okay, like if you want to check the length, so for that we have length function. If you want to convert in a lower case, so for that we have lower function. If you want to convert in a upper case, for that we have upper function. Okay, if you want to check the string have alphabets or not, so for that we have is alpha function. If you want to check it have the combination of characters or numbers, so for that we have is alphanumeric function. If you want to check digit is present in a number or not, for that we have is digit function. Okay, so we take some more example, like if you want to count. Okay, so str dot count, and now you want to count. um okay, so in this case we will change to o. Okay, now we want to count the occurrence of o. Okay, see the output first, and it will return 5. Okay, so if you want to count something, so for that we have count function. If you want to check the index, so for that we have index function. So here we write str dot index, so index function, and we want to check the index of m, so it is on 0th index. So we have huge function library. Okay, if you want to find something, okay, so like print and str dot find, and we want to find like to. Okay, so if it is present as string, that will return I think true. So it will okay, so it will give the index number. Okay, so to verify the point, again we check. So it start from 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so it perfectly work. Okay, so if you want to find something, so it will return the index of that substring. So it's perfectly work. Now we will take one more example. Okay, we will take one case. Okay, we'll take one example, and with the help of that example we have to understand these function. Actually, what is the use of is function? Okay, so for that we have to take one example. Let us suppose we have list. Okay, and inside this list we have combination of some characters, some digits, and some special character. Okay, like that. We have to take the example like Mohit at the rate 1990. Now we have some other number, uh, Mohan, and special character use dollar, and here 1991. And next we have Rahul. Okay, and in Rahul we use R capital to make the things complicated. Okay, and Rahul, and we use star, and again we write 2000 like that. Now the question is, we have to create one list in which we have to separate, okay, from every word we have to separate vowels, consonants, special characters, and numbers. Okay, means that in output we will get a list. Okay, inside that list we have combination of list, and every list have, okay, so for Mohit at the rate 1990, first it will separate vowels, then it separate consonants, then it separate special characters, then it separates digits. Okay, so we start this question. Okay, so I think you get understand what is actually the question. We want to separate vowel, consonant, special characters, and digit from every word of that list. Okay, so for that, first we have to make one reference, that is ASCII, and definitely we have to use lambda expression and map filter function to complete our task. Okay, so first we have to make one reference with name ASCII, and we have to use map function here. Okay, so we already know that map function will take two data. First one is the function, and second is the iterable list or iterable data. So for iterable data we will use the list, and now we have to write the lambda expression here. So what do we want to do? And we know that a map function always return the map object. So we want data in the form of list, so we have to typecast that map object to list object. Okay, now it's perfectly work. Okay, now we have to create a lambda expression. So for that we have to write like this. So we have to write like lambda. Okay, and inside lambda we have to take word. Now we have to take colon, and inside this colon we have to yes, and inside this lambda expression we have to write our code. Okay, so first we want to print word. So we will first we want to print the word, so we simply write word. Next we want to filter vowels. Okay, so for vowel first we make one more reference, that is the vowel list. Okay, and we have to pass like A, I, E, O, U, and in capital we also use A, I, E, O, U. Okay, now it's perfectly work. And now we have to filter vowels. So for that we have to write the code. Okay, so we have to use the list, and inside the list we have to pass a filter function. Okay, so we have to use filter function for filter the data, and we already know that filter will take two things. First one is function and second is data. So data is coming from word, and we want to write the lambda expression to filter the data. Okay, so again we write data here, and here we write data. Okay, so now we want to fetch one character from data. So for that we have to write for ch in word, for ch in word. Okay, for ch in word. Okay, so for word, no, we have to write like no need of this, because in word we'll get Mohit at the rate 1990, and we have to check. Okay, so we want to check like data in vowel list. Okay, if this condition, because from word it will fetch one characters, and if it's presented vowel list, so separate, otherwise not separate. Okay, so to verify the answer, first we print. Okay, so first we print that. I can see the output and perfectly work. Yeah, it will separate vowels. Now it's perfectly work. Now we want to separate consonants. So for that again we have to make one list, and inside the list again we use a filter function, and again we want to create lambda expression, because we know that filter will take again two parameter. So second parameter is word, because second parameter is like word, because it is a iterable value, and filter will fetch one character from that word, and we want to check that is consonant or not. So for that we have to write data not in vowel list. So that is the first important point, and we have to write lambda expression. So for that we have to write lambda data and that, like that. Okay, and again we run the output. Okay, but we will get one problem. We will get one error like in case of consonants, it will print special characters and number also. Okay, but we want only consonants, not special characters and numbers. Okay, so we have, for that we have to write one more line of code like and data is alpha. Okay, so if it is alphabet or it is not in vowel list, if this condition satisfied, then only filter the data. Now I think it's perfectly worked and we will get consonants. It's perfectly worked. Now we want to separate digits. Okay, so for that we have to again make one list, and inside the list we have to use a filter function because we want to filter data, and we know that filter will take two parameters. First one is function and second is iterable data. So we'll get iterable data from word, and here we write the lambda expression, and we want to filter numbers now. So data is digit. If it is number, then only separate the numbers. Okay, so I think there's some problem. We will forgot the comma here. My bad. Sorry for that. Again, we run the program and see the output. It will separate numbers. Now we want special characters. So for that, again, we have to make one list, and inside that list, we have to pass filter function, and inside filter, we again write lambda expression, lambda data, and inside that data, we have to write, and first we have to pass the second parameter also, that's what. Okay, and inside this we have to pass like we want to print a special characters. Okay, so we have to write like this, like not data uh, is alphabet. Okay, and not data is alphabet. Actually here we forgot comma, and we want to print special characters only now. So for special character, we want to print first data dot, the name of the function is alpha, and not alphabet. It's not alphabet. Okay, and not digit. For that we have to write mm, not data dot, the name of the function is digit. Let's see the output first. I think no, it's perfectly work. Okay, so it will give the special characters. Okay, I think we'll get some. Okay, so I think okay, that is actually the problem. Now we'll remove again, run the program. Now it's perfectly work. So in this case, we have to separate vowel, consonant, numbers, and special characters from every word of a list. So that is actually the beauty of lambda expressions. And if you have good command on functions on a predefined function, then definitely make your task easier. Okay, so we also solve one beautiful question. Okay, now we will move to some more points. We want to cover some more points. What happens if we write like this, like print, and we want to print yes plus true. So guess what is the output here? Definitely for line number 18, it will print yes true. Okay, now if we want to print yes with 1. Now guess what is the output? Yes, definitely we will get error in this case because one is string and another is integer. So we'll get error. Cannot can only concatenate string, not into string. Okay, so we'll get error here. That is a type error. So, but if you want to do the same task, so it's compulsory for you to take that number in a string format. Okay, so now then it will perfect work. Okay, but if you want to add to if you want to add a string to number, so that is actually not possible in Python. But if you write the same thing in Java, definitely it work. But in case of Python, you will get error. That is a type error. One is of string, one operator is of string and another is of integer. Okay, so that is not possible in a string. So that is important point to be noted. Okay, so that is actually a string, and that's all for my today's session. Thank you so much.